Good morning, class 9. Today we shall start chapter 7, that is triangles, of your NCERT textbook. So what is a triangle? A triangle is a closed figure formed by three intersecting lines. A triangle has three lines, three vertices and three angles. Okay. Today we shall study congruence of triangles, rules of congruence, some properties of triangles, and inequalities in the triangle. So in your previous classes, in your earlier classes, you have verified most of the properties of the triangle. Today we will prove some of them. So when you will say that two triangles are congruent if the sides and the angles of one triangle is equal to the corresponding sides and angles of the other triangle. Okay. So next thing is that in congruent triangle, corresponding parts are equal. So in a short form, CPCT, that means corresponding parts of congruence triangle, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. You can write CPCT in the congruent triangles. Corresponding parts are equal. We can write CPCT. That means corresponding parts of a congruent triangles are equal. So let's start. Now all of you open your NCERT textbook and open to page number 113. In page number 113 you can see that two triangles are given. Here you can see two triangles. Here ABC is a triangle and PQR is a triangle. In the triangle ABC, you can see that AB is 2 cm, PQ is also 2 cm, BC is 4 cm and QR is also 4 cm. Angle ABC is 50 degree and angle PQR is also 50 degree. So in this case, you can say that these two triangles are congruent. So criteria for the congruence of triangles, you must note that at least three conditions must be satisfied. If you can satisfy three conditions, then automatically other three conditions will be satisfied. See, in the triangle ABC and in the triangle PQR, you can see that two sides are equal and one angle is also equal. So three conditions are satisfied. Automatically other three conditions are also satisfied. AC is equal to PQ, AC is equal to PR, and angle ACB and angle PRQ are also equal, and angle BAC and QPR are also equal. Okay, automatically they will be equal if you can satisfy three conditions. So the first criteria for the congruence of triangles is that side angle side. Here two sides are equal and one angle is also equal. So two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to the two sides and the included angle of the other triangle. Then only you can say that SA is a congruence rule. Side angle side congruence rule. Next, look at this figure 7.11. You can see that here also two triangles are given. One angle is 60 degree, other angle is 45 degree. In this triangle also you can see that one angle is 60 degree, other angle is 45 degree. So automatically these two triangles are congruent. How? By the congruence rule, angle side angle. If two angles are equal, then automatically this side will also equal. See, the side is of 4 centimeter, and in this triangle this side is also 4 centimeter. So two triangles are congruent if two angles and the included side of one triangle are equal to two angles and the included side of other triangle. Okay, this rule is called angle side angle. Next, these two rules you have to remember and understand. Two triangles are congruent if any two pairs of angles and one pair of corresponding sides are equal. We may call it as the angle side congruence rule. Okay, next point is that so equality of three angles is not sufficient for congruence of triangles. Therefore, for congruence of triangles, out of three equal parts, one has to be a side. You can't prove by angle. A. You can't prove that two triangles are equal if their three angles are equal. If the three angles of a triangle is equal to the three angles of other triangle, you can't prove that these two triangles are congruent. So you must show that one side should be equal. Two angles and one side should be equal. Then only you can say that these two triangles are congruent. See, look at these two triangles. These two triangles are right angle triangle, and other two angles are also equal, but their sides are different. So to prove that these two triangles are congruent, you have to show at least one side is equal. At least one side of a triangle is equal to the corresponding side of other triangle. Okay, so the last point is equality of three angles is not sufficient for congruence of triangles. For congruence of triangles, out of three equal parts, one has to be a side. So let's start exercise 7.1. Okay, students. So our first question is, in quadrilateral ABCD, AC is equal to AD and AB bisects angle A. AB bisects angle A. Show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. So what can you say about BC and BD? So let's first of all, your attempt is to prove that ABC, the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. So for proving these two triangles are congruent, you have to satisfy at least three conditions, including one side. So let's see. In quadrilateral ABCD, we have AC is equal to AD, which is given in this question, and AB bisects angle A. As AB bisects angle A, that means angle CAB and angle BAD or DAB are equal. Angle CAB and DAB are equal because AB bisects angle A. And one more thing, you can see that in these two triangles, AB is the common side. So according to SAS congruence rule, you can prove that these two triangles are equal. Once you have proved that these two triangles are equal by the corresponding parts of congruent triangle CPCT rule, you can prove that BC is equal to BD. Okay. So let's start. How will you show? In triangle ABC and triangle ABD, you can write AC is equal to AD, which is given the question, and you can also write AB is equal to AB because it is common to both the triangles. And one more thing, angle CAB, angle CAB is equal to angle DAB. Why? Because AB bisects, whenever anything bisects angle, whenever a line bisects any angle, it divides the angle in two equal parts, bisects angle A. So therefore you can write down, after writing this you can write down, therefore triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD by SAS congruence rule, or side congruence rule. Now hence triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. BC is equal to BD by CPCT. Corresponding parts of a congruent triangles are equal. Okay. Next, question number 2. ABCD is a quadrilateral in which AD is equal to BC and angle DAB is equal to angle CBA, which is given to you. AD is equal to BC and CBA is equal to DAB. These two conditions are given to you, and you have to prove that a triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. These two triangles you have to prove. Now you can see that in these two triangles, AB side is common to both the triangles, and already two conditions are given to you, and you have satisfied one more conditions, and after satisfying three conditions you can say that a triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC. So in triangle ABC and triangle ABD, BC and ABD, AD is equal to BC, AD is equal to BC, which is given, and angle DAB and angle CBA are equal, which is also given. And one more thing you can write, AB is equal to AB because this side is common to both the triangles. Therefore you can write down triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ABD. Okay, by the bracket you have to write by, you can see that two sides are equal and one corresponding angles are equal. So you can write by SAS, side angle side congruence rule. These two triangles are congruent. Next part of the question is, you have to show that BD is equal to AC. Hence, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ABC. You can write BD is equal to AC by CPCT rule. Okay. Next, third part, you have to prove angle ABD. Angle ABD is equal to angle BAC. Okay, once you have proved that these two triangles are congruent, that means their corresponding parts are also equal. So since, write down, since a triangle ABD is congruent to triangle BAC, you can write angle ABC, you can write angle ABD is equal to angle BAC by CPCT rule. Okay. Once you have proved that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ABC, that means their corresponding parts of the congruent triangles are equal. So, angle ABD is equal to angle BAC. Okay. Next question. Question number 3. AD and BC are equal perpendiculars to a line segment AB. Show that CD bisects AB. CD bisects AB. How you will prove that CD? CD is a line which bisects the line segment AB. If this the line CD bisects the line segment AB, that means it divides the line segment AB in two equal parts. That means OB should be equal to OA. Your attempt is to prove that OB is equal to OA. So before proving that these two sides are equal, you have to prove that a triangle OAD is congruent to triangle OBC. So how you will prove? Already you can see that BC is equal to AD, which is given in the question, and also you can say that angle CBO and angle DAO are 90 degrees because equal perpendiculars AD and BC are equal perpendiculars to a line segment AB. So on AB, CB and AD are the perpendiculars. Okay, CB and DA are perpendiculars on the line segment AB. So you can say that OAD is 90 degree and CBO is also 90 degree. Already two conditions are satisfied. So one more condition is that you have to satisfy it. Okay. So let's start. As these, you can also write that angle COB and angle AOD are vertically opposite angles, because these two lines are intersecting at the point O. So you can say that angle COB and angle AOD are vertically opposite equal angles. So if these two angles are equal, these two angles are equal, and these two sides are equal, so according to ASA rule, angle side angle rule, you can prove that triangle COB and the triangle AOD are congruent. After proving that these two triangles are congruent, you can say that AO is equal to OB by CPCT rule. So when you proved that AO is equal to OB, that means CD bisects the line segment AB into equal parts. In this way also you can prove. It's a very easy sum. So let's solve question number 4. Okay, here you can see that line L and line M are parallel lines, and line P and line Q are parallel lines, and AC is the transversal line. Okay, it intersects the two lines, parallel lines P and Q. Okay, These L and M are two parallel lines intersected by another pair of parallel lines P and Q, where you can see that AC is a transversal line and which cuts the two parallel lines. Next, so you have to show that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle CDA. So let's start question number 4. Write down in triangle ABC and triangle ACD. AC is the transversal of parallel lines P and Q. P and Q. Next, L is parallel to M, then AC is the transversal you can say that angle DAC is equal to angle ACB because they are alternate interior angles. Okay, name the equation number 1. And as P is parallel, the line P is parallel to Q, you can write angle BAC. Look at the figure in your book. Okay, angle BAC is equal to angle DCA because they are alternate interior angles. Name it equation number 2. So in triangle ABC and triangle ACD, AC is equal to AC because it is common to both the triangles. AC side is common to both the triangles. Okay, next, angle DAC is equal to angle ACB, which is already proved. And angle BAC is equal to angle DCA, which is also proved above. Therefore, you can write the triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ACD by angle side angle congruence rule. Okay, right? Now let's see. AC is transversal line of the parallel lines P and Q. So as AC is transversal, you can write that DAC is equal to BCA because these two angles are alternate interior angles, and you can also write BAC is equal to ACD because these two angles are also alternate interior angles. These two angles are equal and these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal and these two angles are equal because these angles are called alternate interior angles. Okay, so if you prove that two angles are equal and one including one side is equal, that means these two triangles are congruent triangles. So you have to show that the triangles are congruent and you have showed it. Next question. So now let's solve question number 6. In figure 7.21, AC is equal to AE. AC is equal to AE and AB is equal to AD. And angle BAD, this one, and angle EAC, this one, both the angles are equal. Show that BC is equal to DE. BC is equal to DE. This you have to prove. So first you write down, we have whatever we have in this question, write down angle BAD is equal to angle EAC. Adding BAD is equal to EAC. Now you see in between these two angles DAC, one more angle is present, that is DAC. If you add DAC to both the angles, let's see what we'll have. Adding angle DAC both the sides, we will get angle BA to both sides. Then we have angle BAD plus angle DAC is equal to angle EAC plus angle DAC. Okay, now this angle becomes BAD plus DAC, it will become BAC. Okay, so it will become BAC, which is equal to, now see, DAC plus DAC plus EAC, it will become this much, EAD. Angle E, A and D. Okay. Now write down, now in triangle ABC and triangle ADE, whatever you find similar, write down. In both the triangles ABC and EAD, in these two triangles, what you find similars, write down. So angle BAC is equal to angle EAD, which is already proved above. Here we have already proved. So angle BAC is equal to angle EAD or DAE, you can write, and AB is equal to AD, which is given in the question, and AC is equal to AE, which is also given in this question. So from these criteria, we can write that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE by what rule? By two sides and one angle, that means side angle side congruency rule. Okay, since triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE, we can write BC is equal to DE by CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are always equal. Okay, like this we have proved.